New England Ropes is one of the leading manufacturers of premium quality ropes for specialty markets. Whether it's work placement, safety, rescue, or rigging and fall protection, when you purchase a New England Ropes rope, you are buying premium quality. Years ago, people went to long lengths to make rope. They stretched yarn hundreds of feet on suspended hooks. Then they turned wheels to rotate the hooks, which rotated the yarn into rope. This technique was called a rope walk. These days, ropes used for window cleaning and work placement are thankfully made on machines in a 3-part process. The purpose of this video is to give you a brief glimpse of the rope making process and give some techniques for rope care. 3 commonly used fibers in ropes are polypropylene, polyester, and nylon. According to IWCA I-14, 100% polypropylene ropes are not to be used for window cleaning. That leaves 2 good choices for work placement ropes. Polyester is the yarn of choice for the covers of KM3 and Safety Blue. Nylon is the fiber of choice for the cores. The most commonly used rope in work placement is Kern-Mantle in design. Kern-Mantle ropes consist of a cover and a core. Both cover and core consist of thousands of tiny filaments twisted together to form a large strand. The cores of Kern-Mantle ropes consist of raw nylon being fed out of this large device called a creel. The creel has hundreds of bobbins that feed into a device that twists them into larger yarn. There are various devices that twist yarns to exacting specifications of the rope design. This device is called a whirlwind. It twists the yarn and then winds it onto a take-up spool inside. A small arm moves back and forth, guiding the yarn so it winds evenly on the spool. This is core yarn and will be used in products like KM3 and Safety Blue. The second part of the process is to create the yarn for the mantle or the cover. The cover protects the core yarns. The thousands of tiny colored polyester filaments are guided from a creel onto rollers. These rollers guide and control the tension on each individual end of the fiber. They pass through distribution plates as spinning bobbins below twist the fiber into yarn. A platform moves up and down to evenly wind the yarn onto the bobbin. Now the 2 yarns are put together on this maypole braider. The 32 spinning bobbins travel in and out of one another, braiding the cover onto the core. A nice tight weave allows for both a rope that's supple and strong. The machine pulls the core yarns up as the cover is braided over the core yarns. You can see here the braiding action in slow motion as the weaving bobbins apply the cover to the core. The next step in the process is inspecting and packaging. Every single life safety product that is made at New England Ropes is hand inspected by specially trained associates. Your Lifeline ropes should be hand and eye inspected before each use. Things to look for are yarns that are cut, excessive abrasion or crystallized fibers, if you feel hard spots or stiffness, if there's excessive dirt or grit buildup, rust, tar, or grease is present on the rope, or if your rope appears smaller in spots. These are all indicators that the rope should be either more closely inspected or retired. Things that should be avoided on your rope are shock loads, exposure to chemicals that affect their strength, excessive UV or sunlight exposure, and lines that have been subject to a rapid descent. A good rope log with accurate recordings should be kept at all times. Low stretch ropes are specifically susceptible to damage due to shock loading. In areas where rope diameter has increased, check strands for signs of kinking of the fiber. Kinked fiber can reduce the strength of the rope, and when coupled with internal abrasion and/or melted fibers, the strength loss is significant. Dirt, salt, rust, and other contaminants can cause premature wear. As needed, wash your rope to remove contaminants using fresh water and a mild detergent. Add a small amount of fabric softener, soften the rope, and lubricate the fibers. Rinse thoroughly and air dry out of direct sunlight. If you're going to use a washing machine, care should be taken as not to damage the rope or the machine in the process. Always use edge protection when the rope is in contact with anything. Hanging on a rope and then sliding back and forth will cause abrasion if the rope is laying on or rubbing against almost any surface. Take the time to place the edge and chafe protection to extend the life of your rope. And finally, take the IWCA Safety Training Seminar Always inspect your ropes before each use. Read the standard I-14, keep a rope log, and take care of rope and it'll take care of you. Otherwise, you'll be seeing these guys soon.